Hey, what is up guys, this is HangingStudios here. This is a playthrough of Ratchet and Clank Trilogy. This will be a playthrough of number 1, because I am actually going to be doing this in order of all the games. I may possibly do a crack in time, like, you know, all the future series later, like in the future classic games weeks that come up. But yeah, for the meantime, I will be doing the first 4 actually, if you include Gladiator. Yeah, so I'll be doing all those classic Ratchet and Clank, the original games, by Insomniac before everybody left, you know, changed everything. And so yeah, I'll be doing all the classic games, and yeah, so we're just gonna get straight into this. And I'll see you guys soon. Guys, it has been a long time since I played this first Ratchet and Clank. I used to, you know, I used to play this game a lot. Like, a lot. And I used to beat it like every other weekend. It was just one of my all-time favorite PS2 games before it got remastered to PS3, which is what I'm actually playing it on. I'm playing on the PS3 remastered version. But yeah, it was just one of my favorite games of the PS2. And it's just like, here we see Ratchet, you know, swing shot mid-air, like across a huge gap, and like jumping and gliding and stuff. It's just such a fun game. It's like there are so many things you can do in it that are so creative. Like, we're swimming with a turbojet attached to our back and avoiding lasers and stuff, and a hologuise. So these are the sorts of things that you'll be seeing in Ratchet and Clank. If you haven't already played them for some reason, you might be like, you know, someone who was born after what, 2003, 4. So yeah, this is Insomniac was actually on the backlot of Naughty Dog, so which meant that they were very close together, as in they were pretty much, their studios were right exactly next to each other. And what made that very cool was they could exchange ideas, like give each other feedback on how to do what. Even though they were two separate companies, that actually exchange ideas. So that's what I love about them. They help each other along the journey. Before Insomniac or Naughty Dog got their own studio, like, you know, away from this first bit in the company's history. But like, it was so cool, and I guess you could say unique, because you don't see a lot of studios or developers these days like giving each other like hints on what they could improve on and stuff. So that was pretty cool for the time. And this was going back like when Crash Bandicoot, when Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank were being made. And it's just so cool to see two game developers helping each other along the way, trying to be as successful as they can. And that's what they achieved. They were successful companies, and they still are. I mean, Naughty Dog's making Last of Us and Uncharted and stuff, and like Insomniac Games, they just made Sunset Overdrive, and they're still going with the Ratchet and Clank series, even though I think they should stop, because I think it has gone a bit too far. But yeah, they're still making Ratchet and Clank movies and games, and they are making a Ratchet and Clank movie that comes out this year in April. So, and along to go with that, there's another PS4 remaster or remake of the movie combined with the new game they're making. So that's also pretty cool as well. So they really are quite successful companies, and like I was saying in Jak and Daxter, I could call them the face of PlayStation. Really, I mean, those companies were around when PS1 just hit us. So, you guys, I'm going to get started into this because I really do want to play this. It's been a long time since I played it, and I'm sure you guys are wanting to see, watch the series. So, we're going to start now, and I'm going to shut up because, yeah.
Final step, attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
So you guys, that was the opening scene for
Welcome to the Gadgetron
Ratchet and Clank. This really feels weird playing with analog. I can't remember if Ratchet and Clank was an arrow, the D-pad game, or if it was an analog game. But yeah, it feels a bit weird because once again I haven't played this in a while. So yeah, I mean I've been exploring other platforms as well. So yeah, forgive me if I press the wrong button or anything. So you guys, that was the opening scene for Ratchet and Clank 1, and I believe this was made in 2001. So it was quite a while ago this was made. I mean, that's over 10 years ago now. And what's special about these games as well, like Jack and Daxter and all the Naughty Dog games from the past, they are timeless games. Like, their graphics may look like, a bit different to now because technology is progressing. Like, we're getting like customizable PCs where we can actually build stuff and like build our own PCs and like exchange the graphics cards if we don't like them. But graphics now compared to then, especially with Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter, you don't see a lot of difference, and that's what's good because, I mean, yes, this is a fantasy kind of game. It's obviously fiction, and it's a magical sort of game. I mean, it's not spells and wizards and stuff, but you know what I mean. It's fiction, and what I love about fiction games, which is basically all game made, especially when it comes to graphics, these graphics now that I'm playing with on Ratchet and Clank, you don't see a lot of difference between this now and modern day PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, that might just be me, but yeah, even though, it might be because this was remastered, but even still, it's not a bad looking game for modern, game development, periods and stuff. So yeah, I still believe this is one of the best PS2 titles that ever came out, because it is. Naughty Dog, Insomniac Games, incredible developers. I actually when I was younger, I actually dreamed of working at either one of those studios, and I still do. I mean, I'm 19 now, and well, not just, but I left college a couple of years ago, and I still dream of working at a game developer, with a game developer like Naughty Dog and Insomniac, because they make such good games.
Interesting.
Yay!
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cut!
And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this, wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny...
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
So you guys, that was actually the intro for Ratchet and Clank. So yeah, that dude, I don't know who he is, but he's a very small dude, and yeah, I just don't see how a small dude like that can have so much power over somebody. I mean, yeah, he is a giant friggin' like robotic servant for him, but other than that, yeah, just I don't know. So you guys, this made 2001. So yeah, that means quite a while ago. I mean, I remember when playing this when I was like 8, and I'm 19, so 11 years ago, and such a long time ago, but such a good time. Like, being 8 was the best. So yeah, we're just gonna go through this sort of cave area a bit, and we're gonna take these guys out. Oh, I'm so used to PS, like COD controls. Alright, so it's actually circle to fire, and that goes back to PS2 days. And it's actually very weird pressing it, like using circle to fire now, because you know you quickly adapt to the modern day technology, like how PS3 and PS4 were programmed and, like, you know, made for all the recent games. But like it's just so crazy how quickly you can adapt from one thing to another. Like, I remember playing this, like, you know, heaps when I was younger. Oh no, forgot about that. So yeah, this meter on the right hand side is your ear meter, and basically when it flashes red, it means you're going to die soon because you're running out of oxygen, and you obviously not need oxygen to breathe. So yeah, that's what that is for, in case any of you were wondering that. But yeah, back to the like fire button. Like, it's so different. It's so weird how many other like companies, like gaming companies, like, you know, Infinity Ward for COD and like Sucker Punch and all that for Sly. It's really cool, and like you know, it's cool because you can make your own controls for your own game. It doesn't have to be this like general R1 to fire and circle to fire for the PS2 and whatever. You know, you can do whatever you really want. I mean, you can't, but like, you know what I mean? You're making the game. It's just weird how much times have changed since the PS1 and PS2 days, going into from PS3 to PS4, soon to be, well, not soon, but in the future to be possibly even a PS5. I mean, PS5, just let that sink in for a minute, a PS5. So yeah, that just shows how Sony are going with their consoles. I mean, the PS Vita is kind of like meh, but yeah, like, I mean, I'm talking like the main home consoles. So yeah, that was that little cave area. That's done. So let's go to this area where I fell down and slid down through the waterfall. Go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're going up these movie platforms. This is what I'd consider this a platform game. Well, it really is, actually. I mean, to me, a platform game is like something like Sonic, where it's just like, you know, the side-scrolling 2D game. But yeah, I guess you could consider this a platform. So yeah, we're just going to get all these boxes because we want to save up as much bolts as we can, seeing as it's your currency, and you obviously want to buy guns from using your money. So yeah, we're gonna try to get each, like, heaps of bolts so we can get all the best stuff. Alright, so we're just gonna go through these walls. And I just love how Insomniac make the games. Like, this is like a boiler room, and it's just so unique because, like, you don't see any other game developers doing this kind of stuff. Like, what other company would come up with the idea of a boiler room with like sewers and like a drain with flowing water and like gauges and like whatever they are, turbines? Like, it's so unique, and it just shows you how unique you can be when you're creating your game. Like, the game I was making like a while back, like last month, I'm kind of taking a break from it. It's just, you try something, I try something, and it turns out like you can't, because like you have to really be creative. And what you want to do, you want to be unique, you want to be different from the crowd, you want to stand out from the crowd, so people will buy your game. That's advice I'm giving you, like, in case any of you want to be.
Blast it! Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
So you guys, that was the plumber. He, like he said, he's trying to get off the planet, and obviously things aren't good for the galaxy right now because, like he said, working people have to like actually work for their ticket out of here, because there is obviously a war going on with these planes bombing the area. And yeah, he needs a ticket, if you want to call it that. He needs to take it out of here because obviously he can't afford like, you know, an easy way out. Alright, so we're just gonna, yeah, you know, just casually sliding down a sewer pipe into a drain, nearly. So we're gonna actually try to buy this other gun, which we can.
Hi there, Plushball.
And go down here. And now we let hell loose, rain on top of the enemies, because they don't deserve to rule the planet that we're currently on. They didn't get any election or any, you know, any votes. Alright, we need to get some more bolts, because that is just crazy. That is two less. That is, we need more. Isn't enough. So you guys, make sure to check out my my other Jak and Daxter videos. I uploaded those today, only because my render took forever. I don't know why, but yeah, they came up today for you guys, and I took a lot of time to edit those, so yeah, they're up, ready to be watched by you guys, and this will be out today as well, the same day as Jak and Daxter. There may only be one episode of this, unfortunately, because I am pressed for time with it. But by putting this out, you obviously know that I am trying to squeeze it in a bit. And I'm out of ammo, of course I am. So yeah, just don't be surprised if there's one upload, like I've said in my other videos. Alright, so we're just gonna get this ammo and... die! Yes. Okay, so we need to get some more crates, we need to get more bolts. Oh, I'm super psyched to play this with you guys. It's just such a good game. Die. Die, yes. Die. Get out of here. Okay, so we're on the clear. Now, let's talk about the friggin' mini dude at the start. He was a midget. I mean, he's got such weird eyes as well. It's so like creative by Insomniac. Like, even though it's, you know, it all comes back to being different, original, like, you know, doing it with being original with pride is what I would really say. And that you can relate that to anything in life, really, that you're doing, like, you know, making a project or whatever. So yeah, that's what it all comes down to, originality. Sorry. So if you guys are wanting, you know, to get into the gaming industry, I mean, that is a very popular thing now. I mean, back, you know, 30 years ago, it wasn't a very popular thing. I mean, looking back at even further, like the Atari, not many people actually, well, they kind of did, but not nearly as many people as today with, like, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and the Wii U. Like, there are only a handful of people doing it, and yeah, it's just, it all comes down to originality. Like, you see, like, Pac-Man on the Super Nintendo, or at least I think it was the Super Nintendo. It was a unique game. It was just like, you know, a bubble, like a ball with a mouth and like an eye, going through a track, collecting all these bubbles, and trying to get away from the ghosts, or at least defeating the ghosts once they turn blue. So yeah, it all comes down to originality. Just keep that in mind if any of you are wanting to, like, you know, get into the gaming industry somehow. Like, that's if you've gone to, like, university or college, unlike me, because I was an idiot for that. Yeah, if any of you guys are getting into the gaming industry, be creative as you can, and do not, I repeat, do not give up, because you someday will get there, whether it's just joining a team like Naughty Dog or Insomniac Games, or even creating your own company. And that's even better, because it just shows you're so successful.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's RoboShack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal! So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's RoboShack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's RoboShack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman shipliness.
Gadgetron infobots give you coordinates for new planets. You should press the select button to bring up the map.
So you guys, there we go. That was actually Captain Quark, as you already know from that clip. I can just remember when I first saw that that clip, and I actually rented this game out before I bought it on the PS2. It's just like, I can remember the first time I played it. It's just so vivid, and it's just such a rememberable, like, cutscene. I don't know, like, it's just, I don't know why, it's just really nostalgic. This whole game is really nostalgic. Yeah, It's just such a good game, and if you guys like, if any of you guys at all have never played this game, I can definitely recommend it to you guys. Like, this coming from a like Naughty Dog and Insomniac fan, and I'm very picky about my games as well. So I mean, that just shows that like this game is so good because they won me over with it. So, and I'm picky with my games. So yeah, I really do encourage you guys play and try this game. At least try it if you have a PS2 or a PS3. I mean, you probably want a PS3 version now because it's remastered in HD, but yeah, it's up to you. I mean, I still play on the PS1. I played it like a couple of weeks ago. So I mean, yeah, it all comes down to your taste in games, really. Alright, so we're actually going to Killzone. Wait, is this the map where the bouncy thing? Oh, it's been so long since I played this map. Whoa, nostalgia kicking in. Alright, so we are actually going to go down this way. Oh, I haven't got the helipad, that's why it's not working. Okay, I'll explain more about that later. So we're gonna go to the vendor. We're gonna buy the, oh, okay, maybe not. That thingy. Now, here's a little hint. If you blow that up with a Devastator or a Visi Bomb gun, it will get your skill point. And if you want to get all the skill points, like okay, once you get all the skill points, which I think there's about 30 of them, around 30, you will get a trophy. And that is also what we're going to try aim for this playthrough. We are actually going to try platinum it, as well as Jack and Daxter, because every game I'm playing, I'm going to try platinum. If I have not already done it already. Which I have, I just want to do this for fun, because it's such a fun platinum to do. So, we're actually going to jump down here, and yes, you think I'm crazy. This is actually where one of the golden bolts are, and what they are is they're like the skill points. Like, you want to collect all of them because you get a trophy. It just shows like you've really gone like all out trying to 100% a game, or Ratchet and Clank game. So you actually want to get these gold bolts. You do get a shower of bolts, I think, or at least you do. Okay, in Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time, I'm not sure about Tools of Destruction or Quest for Booty. I don't actually know. There's no gold bolt or titanium bolts or anything. Excuse me. In Quest for Booty, but in Crack in Time there is, and there are, and you usually get a shower of bolts once you get it. But obviously in the earlier ones, and I just died. That's good. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. You usually get a shower of bolts once you get a titanium or a platinum bolt or whatever it's called, whatever type of bolt it is. And yeah, I think it usually equates to like 1,000.
Welcome to the Captain Quirk fitness course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quirk Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
So there's Clank being a bit daft, and that's understandable because he is in fact a robot. So I mean, you know, but yeah, there is a bit of humor to this game, as well as some dark things like thoughts and all that. But yeah, that just shows like the emotions that Insomniac put into this game. Like they really wanted it to like they really wanted to portray, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they just wanted to make it more realistic, as realistic as they can. Even though it is a fantasy, like, you know, made up game, they are still trying to make it a realistic game, and well, they were. They actually stopped making the originals, hence why I call it originals. They actually stopped making it in 2005, where Ratchet Gladiator, sorry, was made. That was the last of the originals, and then Insomniac still own Ratchet and Clank. It's just they got new developers in, and it really did change how Ratchet and Clank looked to like anybody, really. I mean, myself, I don't particularly like all the games from All For One up, because Ratchet looks so different how he is now. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. He's just so, you know, he's just original. And this right here, through this whole game playthrough, this is how he is meant to look. So if you ever see me in the future playing Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, or A Crack in Time, this right here, what I'm playing now, is how he should look like. So yeah, Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction, and Quest for Booty, they're really realistic and good looking, but this was the original Ratchet and Clank design. All For One upwards, I'm sorry Insomniac, but you caked it. You really did. That's just my opinion, and some people might disagree. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, that's my opinion, that's what I think, and yeah, I think they've just caked it, and I think they really do need to stop making Ratchet and Clank. They've gone too far. I think after the PS4 version, they should stop. But then again, it could lead into a remake of number 2, which means it will just drag on to Gladiator, and then maybe possibly the whole series, which means they will possibly kill the series for classic gamers like me, like myself, and you know, all the other, like everybody I know, and all the other people that played the original Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter's. Like, if you make a movie based on an old game, it will kill it somehow, and in a bad way. I don't see like kill it as in, yes, you killed it. It's crazy. It's good. I don't mean it that way. I mean it the opposite way. I mean, yeah, I just don't know how this Ratchet and Clank movie coming out is gonna go, how it'll affect like the company for future games, if they do in fact do future Ratchet and Clank games. Sorry. Yeah, I just don't know how it's going to turn out, and I guess we'll see in April, in a couple of months' time. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. This is part 1 of Ratchet and Clank, the remastered version on PS3. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know like what you think of what your thoughts on Ratchet and Clank is, how it's progressed into the games that were released, you know, like up until I think 2 years ago. And you know, just let me know your thoughts on the game series, like, or in fact any other series that I've done on here so far. Just, you know, let me hear your thoughts. Make sure to like the video. All my links are in the description. Sorry. I do regular updates on those. So if any of you want to hear all the latest news with my channel, you know, go to those links. Make sure to subscribe for more content. Yeah, like I said, all my links are in the description, and part 2 will be out very soon. I may do part 2 tomorrow, or I might do a new game. I will see. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.